everyone, today I'm filming an update for my project pan. I've been quite successful so far. I've been picking products that I can actually use and I haven't really been getting very bored, which is great. I have thrown a couple of things into project pan and actually finished off a few things for this update and planning to throw a few more things in. Let's start. First of all, my Chanel quad in 224 Tisse Riviera. I'm giving up on it. I finished this one. I got pretty good use out of the black lining with it, and the silver is just, you know, I'm kind of done with it. There's still product, but I've hit complete pan on the pink, which was my goal, and I thought I'd get rid of it earlier. So it's time now. I'm kind of sick of the quad. I'm not really reaching for it as much as I used to, and it's time to let it go. Next, I have my Guerlain Langure Depot powder foundation, a very light coverage that I finished completely. In the end, I actually started sort of using the blunt brush end to sort of mash out of the corners a little bit of powder, and then I would pick it up with a brush. That method seemed to actually work quite well, and I was able to finish off the entire pan. I'll be repurchasing this. These are refillable, so they're very expensive only the first time you get them. Then you get refills and you have a really, really beautiful compact to hang on to. So I will be replacing this powder for sure. It looks great on dry skin. It doesn't really highlight or underline any imperfections. It has very light coverage. I might go a shade down for the summer. So this one was actually a 01 pale beige, so I might go to number 2. We'll see. I finished a bronzer. This was my MAC Aphrodite Shell bronzer from the Aquatic collection. It's completely done. Like, I tried to get everything I could out of it. I even dropped it at the end, so the little squares crushed, but it was completely flat at that point. So no more of Aphrodite's Shell. I'm happy to actually let it go because as I was using it, I was sort of wishing that it was a bit different. So I'm happy that it's finished. I'm also excited to move on to the next bronzer in my project pan. Stay tuned to find out what it is. I also finished the foundation I was using. I was using Clinique Acne Solutions BB Cream. I really recommend that foundation. It's pretty easy to use. It's very fluid. It spreads very easily. Use your fingers. Very, very, very basic kind of light coverage foundation, light to medium. And it looks very skin-like. It doesn't sit weird in the pores. It smooths very nicely over the skin. I can't say enough good things about it. I have tons of foundations right now that I love, so I'm not gonna rush to repurchase this one at the moment, but in the future, I probably would repurchase it. It was that good. Now, from previous project pan, I have been using my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, I'm using a really small amount on top of my cheeks. However, right now I've discovered something I really love from the drugstore, which is very infrequent. I don't really usually go for drugstore finds, so this one is really, really worthwhile. This is the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous in 115. I really like this foundation. It sort of reminds me of the kind of finish you get with Estee Lauder Double Wear, but lighter coverage. So what I've been doing is combining these two, and it's been looking fantastic on my skin. My dry skin really loves the combination of these two, and the wear time on the Ready Set Gorgeous is really, really good. Of course, the coverage is not so high that you can layer it up. You can build up the coverage, but then it looks a bit cakey. If you just apply a single layer with a beauty blender, this looks great. Very, very impressed with this drugstore find. I'm not usually a fan of drugstore products, like I said, so impressed and happy. So these two are a winning combination, therefore I think this will go much faster now that I'm using it together with the Ready Set Gorgeous. Something that I'm making very good progress on is my Lancome shadow base. And as you can see, if you're watching my updates, I am down to this much. And I actually have been enjoying it. I like it fine. It works quite well. I'm thinking that maybe on oily lids it wouldn't be holding quite as well, but on my dry lids it's really, really good. Kind of a little bit moisturizing, blanks out the lid. And as you can see, I'm about 50% done with it compared to last time. So maybe in my next update you'll see either it being very, very low or completely gone. And the last product from Lost Project Pan is the Bobbi Brown Corrector in Light Bisque. I've been working on this one for a while as well. This has a little bit of a crater to it, as you can see. It's only 1.4 grams of product in here, so it's not a ton. Coverage is kind of medium, but I really love the consistency. It's kind of moisturizing, so for dry under eyes, I just applied a very small amount just under here to correct. And it does a very, very good job. So this one is actually a repurchase already. I've bought it before, so once it's gone I might buy it again. It's that good. But I only need a very small amount, so this one is a long haul kind of product. Now for a couple of things that I'm including to sort of keep things interesting, keep things going. First of all, it's Matte Prep and Prime. I have very little left, so probably by next update that will be gone. It's the Fix Plus normal stuff. I spray it on top of any type of powder that I apply because I do have dry skin, and this has tons of glycerin, which is moisturizing sort of humectant that is going to smooth out and take down the look of powderiness, kind of mix it with your skin a little bit more. So this is a favorite. I've repurchased it multiple times. I'm not sure if I'll buy it again because I'm kind of excited to try some other things. This is like an OG Holy Grail for sure, but I'm convinced that nowadays on the market I can probably find something that is even better in terms of ingredients, even more sort of skincare friendly. So this one I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy again or not. We'll see if I can find an equivalent that would be, you know, better for me, for my skin. Next is a blush. I'm including a blush. This is a cream product, so this needs to be out pretty soon. The shelf life on this is 9 months. I've already had it for 3 months, so I have about 6 months to finish it off. After that it needs to go. I've done a little bit of a dent in it, but not too much. This is a really bright, nice pink color that looks exactly like a bit of frost outside was on my face. It looks very pretty. I can't wear it with warm colors, but lately I've been gravitating towards really cool colors, including a lot of pinks and blues. So this will lend itself perfectly for now because that's the stuff I've been wearing. And you can see there's very minimal progress on it, so we'll see how it goes. I also don't need very much because it's kind of pigmented. I'm including a setting powder. This is the Korres Wild Rose setting powder. I think Korres products are quite underrated on the internet, and I don't like that because I think their products are really good. Their powders have been amazing. I have an illuminating powder from them that's been very, very good. And this setting powder is fantastic. I've had lip products from them, multiple lip products that had been top-notch quality, so I don't quite understand why they're so underrated, but I'm glad that I am very aware of how good they are. This is how much powder I have left. I don't use a lot of setting powder, so we'll see how fast I can get through it. It's probably about halfway full still. But it really is smoothing because it's super fine milled mineral powder. It's very smoothing on the pores. It sets everything lightly and nicely. It doesn't have the cakey, powdery look on the skin. And it has a little bit of luminosity, but not shimmer. It's just sort of luminous, bring back to life kind of luminous. So I'm really, really enjoying this powder, and I'm excited to have it in the project. The last thing that I wanted to include is a bronzer. Since I finished one, I'm throwing one in. And this is the Soleil de Chanel Bronze Universel. This is bronzing makeup base, and I actually do like using it as a makeup base under the makeup because then the result is super, super natural, sort of bronzed up, fun, sun-kissed skin. I do use it frequently also over top of the foundation. You can use it however you like. It has a really nice sort of rosy makeup-y smell. This is how much I have left. I want to get my money's worth out of this product because it is quite pricey. I might buy it again, I'm not sure. I haven't decided completely, but this is my actually second tub of this. Therefore, I've purchased it again and I really enjoy it. So I probably will purchase it in the future once I'm done. But this is only good for 18 months, and I've had it definitely for about a year now. So I have maybe 6 months left on this product. I'm pretty confident I can get through it. So this is it. This is my Project Pan update. I hope it was fun for you to watch. I'll see you later. Bye bye.